What's up, guys? So we all know that no-show rates are high. I mean, it doesn't matter if you work in private practice, an agency, or a clinic, there is no way around no-shows. But there are some tips you can use to reduce your no-show rate. And so in this video, I'm gonna share my top tips to help you reduce no-shows in your private practice. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. Sorry if I'm bursting your bubble, but no-shows are super common. A 2010 article in the Psychotherapy Theory, Research, Practice, and Training Journal identified a 15% no-show rate in an outpatient hospital setting. And a 2016 article published in Sage Open found a whopping 60% no-show rate at a university outpatient clinic. After muddling around in the research a little bit, this seems to kind of be the range that no-show rates occur, 15 to 60%. Now, I'm hoping to get you a little bit closer to that 15% in case you're in the category of like the 60% no-show rate. I've been no exception to this problem. When I first started in private practice as an intern, my no-show rate was super high. No matter where you are and what phase of life you're in, no-shows are just a hassle. The good news is my no-show rate has significantly reduced over the years. So in this video, I'll share some of the strategies that I've used to help you reduce no-shows in private practice. Tip number 1, only schedule clients who are a good fit. I believe this had the biggest impact on my no-show rate. At the beginning, I would try to take on all clients that I was qualified to see. I mean, it didn't matter if I didn't particularly want to work with them or if they didn't seem especially bought into the therapeutic process. I really needed those hours, and so I was trying to see everyone. In the end, this landed me with a caseload of clients who didn't especially want to come see me, and ultimately, I think I was seeing fewer clients per week, even though my caseload might have technically been larger due to no-shows. I've since made a complete 180 on this strategy, and I only take on clients who are a great fit for my niche and who seem very bought into the therapeutic process. This way, my caseload is full of people who are really motivated to come see me. They have a great experience because we're a great fit, and word of mouth referrals spread, and I have more clients coming to see me who are also a great fit. This strategy has a way of kind of snowballing positively upon itself. Tip number 2, set expectations early. Now this kind of piggybacks on my last tip. In my early days as an intern, when I was trying to build my caseload as much as possible, during the initial phone screen, I often felt pressure to convince this potential client to come see me, regardless of whether it was the best fit or not. This ended up landing me with clients who maybe weren't really bought into the therapeutic process or who weren't a great fit. Instead, I now try to be really clear over the phone what kind of work goes into the therapeutic process and the commitment that it requires. I also encourage potential clients to really think over their options, contact other therapists, and then get back to me later if they do decide to schedule an initial session. This way, those clients who do come and call me back later really are bought into the process, they understand what they're getting into, and they're not afraid to roll up their sleeves and put in the work. Tip number 3, have a no-show policy and be sure to follow through on it. Now I have an entire video all about no-show policies, so feel free to check that out up here and linked in the description box below. Whatever your policy is, just be sure to be clear about the policy from the beginning and to follow through on it when your clients don't show. For most of my clients, this no-show policy seems pretty effective because it only takes missing one session and then having to follow through on paying my fee anyway for them to realize they need to show up or give me more advance notice if they need to cancel an appointment. Tip number 4, send automated appointment reminders. Welcome to the 21st century, y'all. And I'll be honest, up until this point, I personally haven't been sending appointment reminders aside from the initial session. But once I start back up after maternity leave, I do plan to start implementing this change because I think it's so valuable. Now, there are many options for how you can send automated reminders to your clients. TherapyNotes makes it easy to set this up with just a few clicks, but you can also send reminders through G Suite and other scheduling services. Just make absolutely sure that you're using a HIPAA secure platform when you do so. What is this, tip number 5? I didn't number it on my notes. Why did I forget that? Marie. Tip number 5, offer a teletherapy option. Now, sometimes clients miss an appointment simply because of an inability to make it into the office, even though they might be available during that time slot. I mean, factors such as illness, work obligations, and traffic are common items that make it difficult or impossible for clients to get into the office. And when this happens, I like to offer a teletherapy option at the exact same time slot. Now, this isn't doable 100% of the time, but it definitely helps reduce the no-show rate. Tip number 6, tailor your approach. Not all no-shows are created equal. I mean, some clients miss a session because they simply forgot, some clients miss due to work or other important obligations, and some clients miss because of symptoms related to their presenting issue. So if you're noticing that a client is consistently missing sessions, it's important to evaluate what factors are at play here and then tailor your approach towards them based on that issue. And sometimes this is actually a really important part of their overall therapeutic intervention. Tip number 7, have clear marketing materials. A big reason why clients tend to miss that initial appointment is because they're not really clear on what to expect, and it is a really scary thing to step into. So if you can be clear about how you work, what to expect, what your fees are, what your initial intake protocol is before a client comes in, all the better. And I really encourage you to go above and beyond and consider posting photos of your office and even videos of the inside of your office, as these things can really help put potential clients at ease and make them much more likely to show up to that first appointment. And tip number 8, be a stellar therapist. Now you might be thinking, no duh, Marie, aren't we all trying to be as stellar as possible? Yes. But if you find yourself still having a high no-show rate, maybe even after doing all these previous tips, it could be worth evaluating your own style and other factors in your practice to see if they might be contributing to your no-show rate. This is a great opportunity for a trusted consultation group or a colleague to gently walk with you through and see if there's anything about how you do your practice that could be contributing. And you can make some targeted changes and see if anything helps reduce your no-show rate. Now, even if you're utilizing all of these tips really well, there's just no way to completely avoid no-shows when you're in private practice. So when I schedule my week, I factor in about a 10 to 20% no-show rate so that, let's say if I want to see 15 clients that week, I might schedule 18 to 20 clients, knowing 1 or 2 people might cancel with advance notice and 1 or 2 people might completely no-show. And that way I still end up seeing the amount of clients I was planning to see rather than feeling disappointed that my caseload is lower than I expected. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful to reducing no-shows in your private practice. You may even find it helpful to kind of keep a log of your no-show rate as you implement some of these changes to see how it changes over time. Let me know in the comments below if there are any tips you would add to help other people reduce their no-show rate. And until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. Today's video is brought to you by TherapyNotes.com. TherapyNotes helps with scheduling, notes, and billing so that you can spend more time with your clients and less time on back office paperwork. Click the link in the description of this video to get 2 months to try it for free with no commitment. Baby girl fell asleep. Baby girl is asleep. It's the best day ever. Baby girl is asleep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All is well in the world.